Yo, YouTube, what is going on to this big place Slay here? Coming back with another video. Oh, my bad. Joe Judge, not Joe Judge. Let me change that title. Yeah, let me change that title real quick. Hang on. It's okay. Jason Garrett fired. My bad. Wow. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, I changed it now. Jesus. Yeah, my bad. I meant to say Joe Judge. I meant Jason Garrett. I meant to put in Jason Garrett. But hey, let me put the link in real quick because I know I have a lot of Giants supporters on here, or Giants people in here. There goes a link. So yeah, just for any Giants fans that wants to come in and what up, TJ Edwards, the go. Assuming that's for sure. What up, man? What up, BLSG? Jason Garrett has been fired from the New York Giants. I mean, I think this is a scapegoat. I mean, it kind of makes sense that it's a scapegoat. Because if you take him out of the situation, then it's a lot easier to blame him and not anyone else. But Mike Nixon, how's your day been, man? I know you're a Giants fan, so this has to feel great.
Joy to the world. Jason Garrett is finally gone.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be a collaborative effort per Joe Judge on who's going to call the plays.
Yeah. AK. BLSG. What up, man?
What's going on, guys? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, good. We were having technical difficulties yesterday, but I think we're good now.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But you keep going ahead, Mike.
But I'm so happy. I wanted him gone week 1 of last year.
Mm-hmm.
Or pretty much, I never wanted him as our offensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm. He's so basic. That's why, I just don't see anything fun about his offense. It's just so basic and ordinary.
I will say, however, yesterday he had some creative plays that kind of work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is true. I seen that one play where y'all were screwed. It was in the first half where there was clearly a PI by the defender. He clearly held them. He pushed him down to the floor.
Yeah.
Which made it even more obvious to tell that it's a flag. It's a defensive PI, and they couldn't call it. I don't understand that officiating. They call anything else.
Well,
a legal man in the block, but not that. I'm so confused.
Well, we can get to the refs at a later point in here, because they just been god awful all season, not just Monday night. There's so many examples of how the refs have been this year.
Right. Terrible, man.
But anyway, I like this. I like that Kitchens is going to have some say in the offense. Personally, I like him. Other people do not, but I like him. He called a game last year. He called our plays against his former team, the Browns, because Jason Garrett had COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought he did a good job.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I personally I don't like him as a head coach. I think he's more of a like coordinator. He fits coordinator like description. I just think when it comes to like head coaching jobs, I don't think he'll find it. But other teams may look at him as a coordinator for any offensive scheme.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like that because we are playing you, and I really wish we played y'all this week with Jason Garrett. But hey,
yeah,
what?
Hey, we only got to worry about Judge this week.
You know what though?
Yeah.
Still, I think that you might beat us this week.
I actually picked us. I mean, y'all this week. I don't know why I did that, but I picked y'all.
You just got a feeling, Sly.
Yeah.
You just got a feeling.
This is the game.
Just remember, Boston Scott is the Giants killer, all right?
He is. He is.
Boston Scott will be running all over your ass on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Mark my words.
Well, receiving. He killed us in the receiving game last year.
I mean, that's true. I mean,
yeah.
But he might kill you in the rushing game as well. You never know what'll happen with Mr. Boston Scott.
Yeah.
But he's still the Giants killer, and it's never going to change.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know.
I don't know how you feel about like the Giants like offense against us this week. Like, how do you think they'll look with their like first time playing with the new coach?
I don't even know. I don't, because is Kitchens gonna use like the same concepts this year to finish out the year, like in Jason Garrett's system? I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too, big bitch.
But I honestly, this is what I would do. Give Saquon the ball. We didn't give him the ball enough. Like, even on 4th down and 1, he wasn't out there. And we decide to pass the ball, and it was incomplete.
Mm-hmm.
It's just mind-boggling that we don't use Saquon. And hopefully with Kitchens or whoever will be helping with the plays, give Saquon the ball more than what he has.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Then you realize I could be sus. Okay, because he's talking about Hayden. Yeah, that is gonna suck. But hey, we got Logan, the Giants, the youngster of the Giants, but knows what he's talking about when it comes to football. But how do you feel about this like firing of Jason Garrett, and what do you think that new offense is gonna look like?
First off, thank God. Jason Garrett can burn in hell. As my thumbnail for my Jason Garrett fired video, I used his face and I put devil horns on his head. I photoshopped that. But aside from that, I think Kitchens, he called the plays last year versus Cleveland. We got blown out, so I'm not expecting that much, to be honest. We might be able to do better. At least I counted yesterday. We did the same play, I think, 10 times in the first half. So I'm hoping that shit doesn't happen again. My plans for the future, what I would do in the off season, I want to sign a veteran quarterback like Tyrod Taylor or Marcus Mariota, a guy like that that can compete with Daniel Jones. But there's no one in this draft class is worth taking with one of our first round picks, in my opinion.
And
So I'd sign a Tyrod Taylor, a Mariota to compete with Jones to light fire under his ass. And I draft two offensive linemen.
Big Ridge.
Good
Oh my
kill,
God.
Big Bridge. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. We might get Joe. We might get Pat on here. We might get Pat, CJ on here. So maybe it'll come.
I will, however, say, Logan, our defense didn't help us that much that Cleveland game.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just hope that we use Kenny Galladay because to target him twice and we paid him $72 million.
That's messed up.
I kind of got why he gave up in the fourth quarter. I mean, it's bullshit.
Yeah, I don't expect much from the future of this team. It's going to be a dark few seasons.
Yeah.
Again? Oh my God.
Yeah.
I feel bad.
Like even if by some miracle I'm predicting the Eagles to fucking smack us next week.
Bro,
even if we somehow pull out a win against the Eagles, I'm not going to be like these other fans who, when we win, they're like, we're going to make the playoffs, and when we lose, we need to draft a quarterback. If we beat the Eagles, I'm just going to be like, okay, we still suck, so it doesn't matter. If we win, I'm not going to get hyped just to disappoint myself the next week.
Yeah. And I will be right back, Big Play.
All right, but
I'd rather I can officially say it. Jalen Hurts is better than Daniel Jones. There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, right now he's playing like it, but I want to see what Daniel Jones looks like with the right side off. You know what? Just period offensive line other than Andrew Thomas.
No longer the New York Giants, man. Look at it. We're gonna beat the New Jersey Giants because they're from Jersey. They don't actually play in New York. They play in NJ.
Do you know the actual reasons why the Giants don't have a stadium in New York? They said it's because there's not enough room to build a massive stadium in the city of New York.
Boy.
Bro,
Buffalo plays there. Like, why can't you play there? Like, come on.
That's fucking Buffalo, bro.
Yeah,
Buffalo is a fucking...
Yeah, Buffalo's different.
Yeah, we know, but at this point, if you're gonna play in New Jersey, you might as well be called the New Jersey Giants, and that goes the same for the Jets too. Like, why call the New York Giants if you're gonna play in New Jersey? Just name yourself New Jersey Giants and New Jersey Jets. Not that complicated.
Well, the Cowboys play in Arlington, so they should be the Arlington Cowboys.
Yeah, Big Fridge. If that's the case, then you're just gonna say Matt
Ryan is better than Jalen Hurts. Are you that stupid?
Dude, I don't want to hear it, bro. Matt Ryan choked a 25-point lead in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I
didn't choke shit. He didn't choke shit.
Are you gonna now say that AJ Terrell's better than Darius Slay? Oh my god.
Yeah, that's the next thing that he's gonna say. AJ Terrell's better than Darius Slay. Calvin Ridley's better than Devontae Smith.
He is. He actually is.
What else would he say?
Calvin Ridley is better than Devontae Smith.
Wait, I got one. Cal Pitts is better than Dallas Goddard. Pitts over Goddard.
Actually, not right now, but I think Pitts has a lot more potential than Goddard.
Yeah, 100%. It's time to fire Joe Judge now.
What else would he say?
Change your name.
Joe Jugay. Joe Jugi.
Yeah, but like I think it's really.
Do you guys need help? Do you guys need help putting down fertilizer and watering Nick Sirianni's plants, or are you guys good with that?
It's working. I'll give
Flowers
him
everywhere. At least he's helping us win games.
My God, you're still under 500. When you get to 500, you could talk.
which could be beating you guys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
and
we'll
we
see.
will be
Okay,
doing
man.
that. We will
I'm
be
not- I'm
doing
gonna
that,
say
and
how-
we'll be roaming all over your ass.
BLSC,
That sounded very weird, but okay.
please do not say that. Please, BLSC. I don't want
playing, bro. I'm playing.
I don't want to lose now. You're gonna jinx us. Please do not. And I don't want
You're
no
gonna
one to.
roam. In the words of this dude, he's gonna roam on our ass. What the fuck?
Oh my god! But like, how do you like? What do you think of Freddie Kitchens as a coordinator? By the way,
He made Baker Mayfield look great, so why not?
ooh, CJ talk sports. What up, CJ?
What's going on, buddy?
What up, man? How you doing?
Just getting off of work. So what are we talking about today?
How
Jason
Daniel Jones
Garrett-
fucking sucks.
No, how Jason Garrett has been officially fired as the offensive coordinator of the New York Giants. How do you feel about that, CJ?
New Jersey Giants, by the way.
New York.
Kick him off the stream.
New Jersey.
It was long overdue. It was mega long overdue. Now, this isn't me taking a shot at Jason Garrett.
Oh, Jason Garrett can burn in hell. Fuck that dude.
Okay, calm down. He's a good human being. Chill.
I just personally think his scheme just doesn't fit well.
Any NFL team
Bro. His scheme, to me, Jason Garrett, his
since the
scheme
1960s.
fit well with what this team, with what Daniel's play style is, the way the offense is constructed. I said it last year when everyone was just throwing pitchforks and rock stones up at Jason Garrett's house. Now, listen. Obviously, Jason Garrett didn't do a good job as far as building a system around the talent that he has. So let's wait and see. Once we get a couple of key weapons in our offense, let's see how Jason Garrett takes it from there. And from that point, I've at least said to myself on repeated notice, Jason Garrett, it's very similar to Mike McCarthy. His offense just doesn't fit the NFL style anymore. Period. Point blank. End of story. Okay. Now that's not to say, Jason. That's not to say Jason Garrett will never get another head coaching job or offensive coordinator job, but he really needs to either advance his offense to an NFL standard, or B, give the reins to offensive coordinator or offensive play calling to somebody else. You look similarly to Dallas. Mike McCarthy is obviously an offensive-minded head coach, but he lets what's that kid's name? Kellen something.
Kellen Moore.
Kellen Moore, yeah.
But he essentially let Kellen Moore just run the offense the way he fits. So now that we have Freddie Kitchens as our offensive coordinator, I am uberly excited. I think ultimately he has more of a vertical style offense that mostly fits what Daniel Jones is great at. Because with Jason Garrett, it's too much of a West Coast style. It's too much of a West Coast style offense, and that's not exactly what Daniel thrives on.
Well, really, when we had Pat Shurmur, he ran a West Coast style offense.
But at least with Pat. Hold on a second, mothers. I know.
Jason Garrett will be doing the clapper in full.
Man, look, at least with Pat, it wasn't with Pat Shermer's offense. It wasn't so much. Okay, yeah, it wasn't so much. It wasn't so much. It was more so read and react rather than knowing all the answers from A to Z. Freddie Kitchens' offense, at least from what I remember when he was the OC in Cleveland, was more so of the offense. Just when I was about to get to my point. But again, all in all, let's not just cast all the blame as far as our offense goes on Jason Garrett. Yes, he was a major part of it.
His name is Daniel Jones.
He was pretty much the identity of the offense as far as I'm concerned. So we'll see. Again, I've always had confidence in Jason Garrett, at least as an offensive coordinator. But as far as I'm concerned, he's gonna need a Mike McCarthy type.
I need you guys to come downstairs, please. Need your help.
What?
We'll be back in 5 minutes.
All right, CJ, you're okay.
CJ gotta move out.
I had to go a bit quiet. That's fine, Mike. You have a good day, man. Giants hashtag Jason Garrett hashtag NFL hashtag Freddie Kitchens. What other things should I put in the description?
Hashtag Daniel Jones sucks ass.
Yeah, Daniel Jones hashtag Joe
You see what
Judge.
I put in the live chat? Jason Garrett back to the Cowboys.
Jason Garrett to Washington as their offensive coordinator? Hell yeah, that would be great.
Jason Garrett back to the Cowboys.
No, I want to go to the Washington. I'm playing. Even though that would be great. I still like this. What I think last night, as Mike said, Jason Garrett, he played a couple he made a couple good decisions last night. He still sucks, but he still made a couple.
What good decisions did he make?
I'm talking about his play. Like, he tried something new for once.
What did he try?
Okay, so he used Tony in the receiver. Well, he did a quarterback throw to Tony.
We've done that before.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to say Tony went deep. He threw the ball deep, which was a defensive pass interference, which should have been a defensive pass interference. And also y'all ran a couple good plays that went to Kadarius Toney. He still made stuff out of it too. But I think it was more Tony than that.
Yeah, it's I don't know what to think, man.
Yeah. I feel really bad. I'm going to head out BPS and hop on Mitch's stream. Have a good rest of your night. Go Birds. All right, peace out, BLC. But
Go big play. Do you want to call the game with me next week?
What game?
The Eagles-Giants game. I think that'd be fun.
Sure.
All right. I might actually. I don't know because you're always like a full 2 plays ahead of me.
Hell no! You always got that good North Carolina system I'm playing. I'll call it. Yeah, I got you.
All right, let's get it. I'll figure it out. I might be able to. I'll let you know.
Yeah.
Because sometimes when I watch the Giants games, I just like this. Because like some of the things I say, I don't think you want to air on YouTube during the Giants games.
Yeah. But I wanted to hear what CJ had to say. We're gonna wait for him, of course. But how was your day been looking?
Good. I got up at like 8:30, so I got up early.
Jesus. Imagine getting up early for what?
And my mom woke me up. I heard her talking on the phone.
Was it school? You at school today?
No, I'm off this whole week for Thanksgiving break.
You're so lucky. You're so lucky. I had school yesterday and today. They should have just like done the whole week for no school for me. I don't know why they didn't, but
Yeah, I have
yeah.
a question for you.
What up?
You know how my podcast is on Thursdays? Thanksgiving is this Thursday. Do you think because it's Thanksgiving, I should just take the day off of my podcast?
Yeah, I mean it is Thanksgiving. I mean
Yeah.
most of your podcasts are like late at night, and Thanksgiving and Black Friday usually are around like the same time or night. And Black Friday is actually on a Friday this year, so I mean, like maybe you should do it, but it also is Thanksgiving, so
Yeah, I don't know. I'll figure it out. Every Thanksgiving, I like to go to the field and just toss around the ball.
yeah. Unfortunately, his mother needed help and called to the microphone. What the hell, Big Rich? Oh
You know,
my
seriously, CJ gotta move out of his house, bro.
right. Well, and he's back, CJ.
You gotta move out, bro. You gotta get your own place.
In time, hopefully next year.
Let's get it.
As you were saying about what you had to say before Logan, don't cut him off too. Oh, too.
No, but no. Listen, again, it was long. Again, it was long. It was long overdue. It was long overdue. The fact that there's no way, and I know the offensive line was part of the problem as well. But even when Daniel played behind a bad offensive line, and without Saquon through most of his rookie year, our offense would score 30 almost routinely. Like, how do we go from being top 10? I think in total offense, granted, Daniel turned the ball over a ton, but how do we go from being top 10 in total offense? Daniel could have thrown for 30 touchdowns easily his rookie year had he started the whole year. To now he's hovering around 10. To now he's hovering around 10 or 15. And excuse me, and I know people are going to conclude to the fact that it must be Daniel. Listen. Listen, I am not going to be the one to defend Daniel come hella high water. But I will. But as I've done time and time again, I will. If there is good reason for it, I will give Daniel the benefit of the doubt. But again, having said all that, there's no way why this offense just 2 years ago, with Daniel hardly having any time with the starters, could have thrown for 30 touchdowns in his sleep, to now he's hovering around 10 or 15. There's no reason why our offense is stuck in the mud all the time ever since Jason Garrett became our OC. So Freddie Kitchens, what he's going to do is bring a breath of fresh air, finally to this offense. Please for heaven's sake, let this offense be more vertical and play to the strengths of this one. Play to the strength of the personnel you have. Stop trying to fit a round circle in a square peg with this offense. It doesn't work. So
what do you got to say about that?
So that's my whole spiel on it. Jason Garrett, like I said, it was far overdue. The fact that he could not connect with this offense whatsoever.
Dante, what up, man?
What up, Logan? Are you okay, Logan?
Oh my god!
How you doing, Logan?
How you doing, man? You all right? I tried to check on you yesterday, Logan, but you would nowhere to be found, Logan.
Okay, CJ, you see Vickford's in the chat. He's playing around. Don't take that dude serious. He plays around too much. He's a good friend of the channel. He just likes to play around with anyone that comes on here. Yeah. So don't literally take him serious. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
Logan,
and
who the next
Dante
who the next OC? Who the next OC? Freddie Kitchens?
Yeah.
I want
my God.
next season. I want Russ Callaway as the offensive coordinator. He's the guy who designed the 2019 LSU offense.
Yo, really want Russell Wilson?
Russ
Callaway.
He's our passing game coordinator.
Yeah, I'm saying I was just saying some Giants fans want Russell Wilson. I know why I would want him, but like some of the things you're gonna get is literally the same result. Sack, 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 sack. The right side of that offensive line, if you don't get rid of Nate Soldier, is gonna kill him.
Facts.
Man,
I just don't see it.
Freddie Kitchens is trash, man. That dude is a trash
Actually, as an offensive coordinator,
He's good as an
coordinator,
offensive
Freddie
coordinator.
Kitchens
No,
is
he's
good.
not. He would have still been in Cleveland if he was a good offensive
He
coordinator.
was.
He wasn't good in Cleveland.
No, actually, Dante, Mike told me earlier, that I think it was Freddie Kitchens last year. He called the games against the Browns, his former team. He did pretty good when he called the plays. When
Well, what the thing,
I'm
what
not-
happened in Cleveland?
Because if
Freddie
he was a great
Kitchens-
offensive coordinator, he would have still been in a job with
the thing is-
Baker Mayfield. That's the reason why he landed it. He was in Cleveland, so I'm not buying that he's a good offensive coordinator unless he finishes strong this year.
Dante, he was a bad coach in Cleveland.
Yeah, a bad head coach and a bad offensive coordinator because he did call the plays too.
He basically unlocked Baker in the second half of the year and got him to break.
And what did he do the very next year? What happened the very next year after that?
He was the coach. That was the problem.
He was the coach. He should have still been he shouldn't have never been the head coach. I thought Greg Williams. Greg Williams. That was Greg Williams the second half of the year.
Greg Williams to be the head coach and kept Freddie to be the OC. But that's just it. Cleveland thought, oh, he has a good rapport with Baker, so we'll make him the head coach. No, just because your OC has a great connection with the quarterback doesn't mean he's meant to be a coach.
Yeah, but that was Greg Williams. Like after they fired who did they fire? Who did they fire the year that they went on that run at the end? Yeah, because that was Greg Williams that they played great up under. Then just because Freddie Kitchens and Baker Mayfield had a connection, they hired Freddie Kitchens. And, after that, there was a dumpster fire. Right after that, the play calling. They lost several games because of this man play calling. They lost a lot of games because of this man play calling. So I can't buy that this man a good offensive coordinator. Because if he was good, he would have been right. He would still been in Cleveland to this day, which is Baker Mayfield now is an average quarterback. He's an average quarterback, and I don't think they may pay him. They're not going to even pay him. I wouldn't pay him.
Is that his fault?
Huh?
Well,
I'm saying,
go ahead.
I was just gonna say how I get what you're saying, Dante. If you're a good coach, you got to make players better. And I think Freddie Kitchens can make players better. He's just not a good head coach. He's a good coordinator for the offense.
He still called it the offensive play calls too, though. When he was a head coach, he still called it the offensive plays.
Yeah, but that's the point. He can. Okay, so he called the plays for.
That's just like Bill O'Brien. That's similar to Bill O'Brien. When he's the head coach, he's not a good offensive. He's trash at offensive play caller, but he should have. That's the problem. He was trying to be the GM and the offensive coordinator when he should have been a head coach. Only been worrying about a head coaching. Should have been coaching the team, not being a part of the play calls or the general manager. That was the problem with Bill O'Brien. I thought he was a okay head coach, but not a good offensive coordinator or not a good GM. I thought he should just focus on being a head coach. Instead, that's the same thing with Freddie Kitchens. He should have just focused on being the head coach of this team instead of being calling the plays. And I think he done a good job of that.
Yeah, because Dante, see here when you're thrust upon to be the head coach,
I'm gonna hop off right now.
All right.
Your responsibilities isn't just on what you do on. Isn't just what you do well on a particular side of the ball. Look at Dan Quinn, for example. I always thought Dan Quinn was just a mediocre defensive coordinator just by his run in Atlanta. When he was in Atlanta as the head coach, his defense is the highest ranked I think I've ever seen. The Falcons' defense when he was the head coach was 15, 16, 17. It was pretty much average at best. Now that he's in Dallas and he's just solely focused on being the DC, Dallas has a top 10 defense.
Because he's been a DC since he was in Seattle. Since he was in Seattle, he's been a defensive coordinator.
Yeah, when you're the coach, you're thrust upon to do everything. Once you're now in position to just be a coordinator, like, for example, if Dan Quinn was just an average coach in Atlanta, but his defenses were phenomenal, or at least elite, then I get it. But because his defenses in Atlanta was so mediocre and average at best, my assumption when he went over to Dallas, even if he is just going to be the DC, was that, well, how much better did he make the Falcons' defense better? And their talent is no different from he has now. I mean, his defenses in Atlanta was no different from a talent standpoint than it is in Dallas. Dallas doesn't really have any hallmark star defensive players unless you want to include Michael Parsons.
Parsons. I think Diggs is an average. Well, really, I don't say. I think he's a solid cornerback, but I don't think he's a superstar cornerback. How everybody make him seem.
And yet Dallas has a top 10 defense.
Yes.
With Dan Quinn now being solely focused on being the DC, he doesn't have to worry or stress about involving everyone else. That's what Freddie Kitchens is going to bring now. I don't know how much better he's going to be than Jason Garrett, but he's got to be better. But he's got to be better than what Jason Garrett had put out, just because of that one game sample size when he was in Cleveland. I mean, as the OC last year, plus his go around as the OC in Cleveland. So, but yeah, that's basically my whole logistics of it. Is that Freddie Kitchens, again, he's a breath of fresh air. He's a breath of fresh air for this offense, and more importantly, this is probably the main reason why I'm so confident that Kitchens is going to be a lot better than Jason Garrett. Jason Garrett was basically a Dave Gilman, John Mara hire. Freddie Kitchens and Russ Callaway, those are Joe Judge's guys. And every time Joe Judge brings one of his own, it's turned out to be pretty well. Whether it was Pat Flaherty, Patrick Graham, who other than last night has gotten the defense to perform at least a solid level, and now we'll see what Freddie Kitchens does. Considering again, he was one of Joe Judge's guys, not one of.
We'll find out and see what he does. But I can't be sold on Freddie Kitchens. He had 16 games in Cleveland, all 16 games, and there was some questionable play calling. But I'm not gonna blame the defense for the Giants last night. I thought they competed. I thought they competed very well. Just the offense didn't do anything. When your team scoring 13 points or something like that, that is not on the defense. That is on the offense. The defense just was on the field way too long.
Yeah, and I also feel like the Giants' type of play style is bend but don't break. You give up if you put up 10, 13 points, you want to score through field goals. And that's not the the philosophy of where the NFL is headed to.
Yeah.
That's not the modern day football.
Actually, I agree with that, Slay. Actually, it's supposed to have been 3 points on the board because you remember Tom Brady threw that in 10, probably 10 or even 3 though. Between that, Because remember, Mike Evans dropped pass hits right on his hands, and the ball ended up flying up the air, and that's how the Giants scored their long touchdown of the night. So really, it was supposed to be 6-30 between that area. So the Giants was pretty helped out, but that is not on the offense. That the defense been on the field too long. That was not on the defense yesterday.
Hey, I'll give you something, Big Fridge, as a Falcons fan for you, because Big Fridge is a Falcons fan. Terrell has been playing really well this year. So that's a tough question, but I got to go with the Diggs. Well, you go, CJ.
So what? Say that again.
The comment right there.
The comment right there.
Oh, important clip for CJ. Terrell or Trayvon Diggs? Physically, probably Trayvon Diggs. I think AJ. Here's the thing. I think Trayvon is a better playmaking corner, but I think AJ is a better man-to-man press corner.
I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. Yeah, that's exactly the way I compare Slay and Diggs. I still think Slay is better. I think Slay has always been better. He just has more picks than Slay's, and he has just a better length and size and frame, and length and size and frame than.
I mean, Slay can do it all though. Slay,
Yeah,
but everything. Slay can do it all, but the only thing I questioned is tackling. But far as the cornerback position, Slay can play make, and he's a ball hog. He's both.
Instincts,
he's both. He's both. He can do both. Yeah, he can do
technical. Physicality is where he lacks because he can't tackle or to save his life. Like if you have a guy like Kyle Pitts just running at you, you don't know what to do. You can't tackle.
yeah,
because when Slay came into the league, Trayvon was at right. Thank you. He was in 4th grade, 5th grade.
How long there is? It's insane how long Slay has been in the league now. He's been in the league since I was in high school.
Yeah, Slay's been in the league for a good minute. I mean, I think he joined the NFL in what was it? The same years that we picked Zach Ertz, which will be what year was Ertz picked? The 2014 class?
I want to say 2013.
Yeah, 13. That was the Kelsey draft, right?
Kelsey, I think so.
Yeah, the Kelsey draft. What up, Audie? How are you doing, man?
What's up, bro? How you doing?
I'm doing great. Hey, it's always good seeing the Giants, go worse that setback every day. Yeah. Stopping in to say what's up. What up, Jordy? If for any Giants fans that want to come in, I have more coming later. The link is still there. So y'all can come join. But how's your day been, Audie? How are you?
It's been good. I just took a little bit of a nap, so I am refreshed.
Yeah.
So I'm feeling good. How about you?
I'm doing great. Yeah, great.
Yep.
Hey, now I have a whole free week. And it's the week of the Giants too. That makes it even better.
Dude. Yeah.
Yeah. BPS, how long are you gonna be live for? Says Big Fridge. Probably hour 50, maybe. I think I'll go with that far. If it goes longer because more people show up, then maybe 2 or so hours. But I'm probably gonna stay up all night, so hey, I might as well just do something while I'm at it. And Jason Garrett has been fired too, so pretty I'm a little mad about that because I wanted to play them with Jason Garrett coaching.
So didn't they hire someone else?
No, they didn't hire someone else. They had Freddie Kitchens already.
Oh, they had okay.
They promoted him or something.
Yeah, that guy was really bad, with the Browns and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. I don't see him doing much, honestly.
Oh my god, bro. Big Bridge is so weird. Um, yeah, but how do you feel about that Jason Garrett fire? Audie, I know you're also an Eagles fan.
Yeah, I didn't really, I haven't really been paying attention to, either the Giants or, Jason Garrett.
Mhm.
I knew, uh, I didn't know the Giants' offense was this bad for him to be getting fired. Because from the highlights I've watched, it's been pretty solid, with the offense and stuff. They've had injuries which, have led to them being, you know, bad, I guess. But,
Mhm.
you know, I feel like this Giants offense, they do have potential because they've got okay, Daniel Jones isn't a terrible quarterback. I'm gonna get that out of the way. I'm gonna just say that right now. He's not a terrible quarterback. He's not anything special either. But they do have playmakers on this offense. Obviously, they have Kenny. They have
Who never gets the ball, by the way.
that is true. That's one thing. That's also one thing I want to mention. Giants spent all this money in free agency, and then now what? They have 3 wins. They're saying they're gonna make what? They're gonna win the division. Nah, man.
Right. And I kept
Yeah.
telling them that Dallas is probably going to win this division, which looks that way.
Oh yeah,
I didn't think they would be that bad.
I said Dallas was gonna win this division in a
Yeah.
landslide. Um, I did say second would be us, so it's starting to look like that. Hopefully, we
Hmm.
make a wild card. But they also have Saquon, who just came back from injury. And of course, Kadarius Toney. I love that guy. Um, so this Giants obviously does have potential, but I guess
Right.
Jason Garrett wasn't their guy. I mean, there's a reason why he was fired from the Cowboys. Um,
Hmm.
so yeah, uh, those are my
He,
thoughts.
he sucks, man. Like, his offense is so basic. Like, yesterday he had a couple good plays, maybe good
It's
creative
it's
calls, but
it's so predictable, man. Like,
right, it's so easy to stop. But like when you have a quarterback like Daniel Jones and you keep him in the pocket, when you have Nate Solder, Will Hernandez, and
right.
who's their other center? Like, I feel so bad for Daniel Jones. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't. I of course I want them to suck because I'm an Eagles fan, but
Right.
like they don't look good at all. Like,
I mean, you can't expect Daniel Jones to succeed with this kind of offensive line. Like, and you can't expect him to, succeed making him a pocket quarterback. Like, you have to use him when he's on the run, giving him design runs. He can run, by the way. He's pretty fast.
mhm.
Uh, so he's not a pocket quarterback in my opinion. Uh, so if they want him to do well, they have to use him in other spots. And Jason Garrett's offense, like you said, extremely predictable. Just not not the right guy for them, I guess. I don't know
Yeah,
what else. I don't know what Freddie Kitchens is gonna do, but I mean, it is what it is, I guess.
yeah. I still think they have a lot of pieces. I just don't. I don't. I just feel like the coaches are holding them back. They might as well just fire Joe Judge at this point.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. Isn't he like okay? Yeah. So did he? I'm pretty sure Joe Judge threw Jason Garrett under the bus, which is pretty funny
Hmm. And
after
he's
that game.
yeah. Jason Garrett is pretty much the scapegoat for them right now.
And now, yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
So they're all pointing fingers at Jason Garrett, but now he's not there. So I
Hmm.
mean, do they really have any more excuses?
They
I
don't.
mean, they got all their guys back. So I mean, if they want to make a playoff push, now would definitely be a good time for them. But judging by their schedule, man, they have a tough schedule ahead. Like, I mean, they just played Tampa. Who else did they have on their schedule? Obviously, they play us twice. out of those 6 games.
They play Chicago still.
Actually, no. They play in Los Angeles for the Chargers game. That's tough.
Yeah.
Miami is unfortunately heating up. They do play Dallas, Chicago, and then they play Washington.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not the most favorable schedule, but it's not a terrible schedule. I don't see them making the playoffs anyway.
They're by far the worst team in this division. They're making this division look terrible. Worse than what
just
it is.
them. It's them. It's not anyone else. Like, okay, the Eagles and Washington, they're not great, right? We're not great. The Washington isn't great. Cowboys are great. They're doing well, but
they're not great either. But like, they're still playing good football.
They're a good team, right?
Yeah, they're a good team.
Eagles and Washington, they're not great. I'd say they're solid teams.
Yeah.
Okay, the Eagles are a solid team. Washington is meh, but Giants just make this. I don't know. For the past few years, it just seemed like the Giants are bringing the reputation of this division down. It's honestly just them.
That's very true. And I've yet to get to this comment yet. Luca, I really don't know how to say that good.
Don't even try. Don't even try.
To me, I don't think Kitchens changes the Giants' offense. It's not gonna change the poor offensive line play or Daniel Jones' poor decision making, and that he cannot read a defense. That's true. That's very true.
Unless he, makes up an entirely new offense that's not as predictable as what Joe Judge did, then I don't really. It's definitely not going to change the poor offensive lineman play. Maybe he has easier throws for Jones to make. I didn't really watch the highlights last night, but that he does have a point that Daniel Jones does have poor decision making. But maybe he has easier throws to make for Daniel Jones.
What up, Billy? Billy, the podcast. What up, man?
Hey, Joe Castro.
How you doing, Joe? Hey, we gotta talk about Jalen Hurts, man. Me and you need to get a little segment going on Jalen Hurts because I know you haven't been like the biggest fan of Jalen Hurts this season, but hey, I still don't think he's playing like the best of the best that he should be. But in the running game, he's still doing really well.
This offense has just been revolving around the run game, so he's been dominating. Like at this point, why did the Eagles even throw? Like, there's no need for any wide receivers or, so like we did this on the number 1 defense, running wise. Like that doesn't happen. Like Miles Sanders had damn near 100 yards yesterday. On Sunday. Jalen Hurts
still needs to clean up the fumbling issues, though.
That's very true. Yeah.
By the way, Audie, do you think they keep Miles Sanders this season?
That's a tough one. Well, this season or next season?
Like this, like after this season happens, do you think they keep him or like do they get rid of him? Thank you, James, for sharing the video, stream by the way. But do you think they keep him?
That's extremely tough, man, because his rookie contract is almost done. I think it expired. I think it ends next year.
Yeah.
So I think I mentioned this in your last call, in that he's gonna have to get paid like some of the premier running backs in this league. Like, you look at Dallas Goedert. You see the contract Dallas Goedert got. He was also a 2nd-round pick. I don't know how much he's making, but I know it's close to at least $15 million a year.
Yeah,
third highest.
Yeah, right now.
Well deserved. But Miles Sanders, he's not like, I think Derrick Henry's making like $12 million. I think McCaffrey's making the most money out of any running back in the league. So Miles Sanders is not one of those guys. So if you want to extend him, you're gonna have to pay him that money. That's a
Yeah.
tough decision, unless he wants to take less money. But I don't see that happening.
Right.
So do the Eagles trade him for some assets like maybe some nice draft capital or another player? That's a big question here.
Mm-hmm.
Do I see them keeping them? I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna go. It might. I'm probably gonna be wrong, but I just with the emergence of Howard and Scott and Kenny Gainwell. Gainwell has looked impressive. I mean, keep in mind Jordan Howard's only 27 years old. Gainwell is gonna get better. Boston Scott's just that nice halfback out of the backfield that can catch the ball. So do we really need him? I don't think so. What do you think?
I think I think they keep him for one more year. I really could see
Yeah.
him being off this team, but I feel like they're gonna give him another chance because when you have Miles Sanders, Jalen Hurts, Jordan Howard, Boston Scott all in the same backfield, that is just gonna create something special, man. I just don't think they get rid of that. And Miles Sanders is still the lead back of this team, whether anyone likes it or not. He's really good. Like he has fumbling issues, but other than that, he gives you good yards every single time he gets the ball.
I agree with that. So would you pay him? Okay, if you're Howie Roseman, right? Would you pay him that kind of money that a McCaffrey or Derrick Henry's making or Kamara's making? Would you
Oh
pay him
hell
that
no,
kind of money?
no way,
Yeah. No
no.
way, right?
Yeah, no way. I
So
have more younger running backs on this team. I would not do that.
so I mean, that might be the cost of him staying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I still think that is true. Um, I feel like they will give him another chance because if you get rid of him, then you're gonna have to rely on Kenny Gainwell to like be your future running back. And right now he's not looking good because he needs more time to like
Mm-hmm.
get into the offense. And he's right now the fourth running back and most likely gonna be on the practice squad until he's gonna be playing this week because of Jordan Howard's injury. But
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, but when Howard comes back, he's going to be the fourth running back, and he's going to just go back to inactive.
Yeah, Miles also has some, injury concerns, which, does worry me a little bit, but if you want to pay him that money. But I could definitely see him, getting another chance in
Facts.
on this team.
Right.
Also, I think I saw somewhere that TJ Edwards did get extended, so that's good.
Yep, that's very good. He has been playing good football, and I've heard some people say that they shouldn't have paid him because it's only 2 to 3 good games. But we are very desperate for good linebackers, and he's playing good for us right now.
He's a player, man. Like, I mean, him and Davion Taylor are easily the best linebackers on the team. Alex Singleton, he's a special teamer. So,
hey, look at Eric Stokes. I mean, not Eric Stokes, Eric Wilson. When you look at Eric Wilson, we signed him this year to think he was our future LB1, and he's already off the team.
He's already off the team.
Who is he with now? Houston. So
I don't even know, man.
Yeah, I still feel like TJ Edwards was the best linebacker in the rotation. But what up, CJ? You're back.
I'm back. I'm back.
Yeah, man. We were just talking about the Eagles there for a quick second. Hey,
I gotta give credit where credit. I gotta give credit where credit is due. And while I'm not gonna go all the way. I'm not gonna go all the way out there and say, "Oh, the Eagles have certainly found their franchise quarterback." But Jalen Hurts has been fucking impressive, and I gotta give credit where credit is due. Nick Sirianni has been. I don't want to say that he's been near flawless, but he's been a lot better as a coach than I had anticipated. So so this isn't just me blowing smoke and the whole rivalry thing between the Giants and the Eagles fans, especially. But I am very excited to play you guys next week. Jason Garrett or not. Listen, the Giants have to be coming into this game with fucking revenge on their minds. If for no other reason, the Eagles are standing in a prime spot to potentially make the playoffs. So if we can't get in ourselves, we're going to be coming in with a mindset that we're going to knock you guys out of the race.
I really feel like this is a game that you guys win. I just feel like this game helps you. I think this is the game for y'all.
I do too, but I think with the whole morale, with last night's ass kicking and now the firing of Jason Garrett, everyone is going to be coming into this game pretty much with the same mindset when we got shellacked by the Rams a few weeks ago, and then we come back and upset both the Panthers as well as the Raiders in 2 of our last 3 weeks. So
that is kind of true. You know, the morale has been down for that team because they did get their asses whooped by, you know, a bunch of other teams. I mean, the Eagles are on a roll right now. They've won, you know, 3 out of the last 4. So the morale is pretty high in that room. I don't know, big place. If you saw on the Eagles YouTube channel, I think there's a video of every win. Nick Sirianni giving that post-game interview, speech. They look hungry, man. Like
whenever we play against high caliber teams, we get waxed. But whenever we play teams that are about the same level as we are, we compete. You know, minus except maybe the game against Denver, but I guess you could say Denver is somewhat of a league team, but we played 3 Super Bowl caliber teams in Dallas, Tampa Bay, and the Rams. We got waxed.
Right.
After that, now that we're done with Tampa, there's really not another Super Bowl caliber team left on our schedule.
I mean, y'all do got the Chargers.
Maybe the Chargers, but again, they got shellacked by. Oh, they just got waxed by. What was it, New England a while ago?
They just beat the who was it?
The Steelers.
Well, yeah, but the Steelers were missing. The Steelers, come on, they were missing TJ, they were missing Mika, they were missing 2 starting corners. I said coming in that this is a game that the Chargers should win, and they should win rather comfortably.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the reason why the Chargers were doing
up and down.
The reason why the Chargers were doing so bad was because literally their entire secondary was out for the past couple of weeks. Like when they played the Eagles, they didn't have their starting corner, their secondary corner. I think.
Yeah, I mean,
so they didn't have a secondary. So that's the reason why they've been. That's why their defense has been so bad.
Yeah, that is true.
Their offense looked pretty good. Yeah, my bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, and Pamper or Aiden, he says they're not the Chargers ain't a real team. I think they're not a
playoff team. I don't know if I consider them contenders.
Contender? No. Playoff team? Yes. That's where I'm at with the Chargers right now. They're a good team, but just not a good contender. Yeah, they're not ready for that. They have a generational talent at the QB position. I'll give them that, but they're not ready yet.
I would say the Chargers are about the same level as the Raiders, the Saints, and Kansas City, probably.
Mm-hmm. That's
another team that we probably should have beaten a few weeks ago, Kansas City. So again, the Chargers, don't get me wrong, Justin Herbert is a phenom in the making. it's gonna be a goose egg wide and seeing him and Mahomes going at it twice every year. But outside of Mahomes, outside of Herbert, there's not a ton about that roster that scares me.
Yeah.
I mean, their offense as a whole is really, really solid.
Their offense as a whole is quite phenomenal, but
Mike Williams, that dude's a monster. That dude is a monster. When he's
and this kid Austin Eckler, the more and more I see him, the more and more he looks like Alvin Kamara.
Right? Oh, he's so good. Like when he stays healthy, he looks like a phenomenal athlete. When you look at the player,
but he's so smooth. He's so smooth and he's so smooth and elusive, and he's built almost like a power back. Like he's a legit 5'9", 215, 220. As a matter of fact, I imagine he's the type of player that I wish Saquon would emulate more. Because Saquon is so jacked and muscular and freakishly athletic, it's almost like he used too much of his athletic ability to his own detriment. Whereas with Eckler, he just moves so smooth and graceful. It's almost as if he takes dancing lessons.
Yeah. By the way, CJ. Yeah, see, there's another. I know you said there's not a guy that really scares me on that roster, but there's one guy on that team that scares living dog shit out of me. His name is Joey Bosa. That dude scares the living hell out of me.
Joey, I fear Joey Bosa is going to break Daniel Jones in half.
Is he on the right side or the left side of
He plays on both ends. He plays on both sides.
I feel so bad for Daniel Jones. I
said coming off of the bye, 5-3 or 6-2.
Him and Derwin James scared the shit out of me too.
Derwin
James is very good.
Keenan Allen too. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think Derwin James. The thing with him is that you never know which side of the coin you're going to get with him. Sometimes he plays like a dominant safety, and there are other times where I legitimately forget he's on the field.
Mm-hmm. I feel you. Hey, to think
Joey, you feel his presence pretty much every snap.
Yeah.
To think that Austin Eckler was undrafted, man. What a talent.
A lot of running backs go like that. And it's because, you know why there's a higher chance of you hitting on a running back undrafted? It's because when you get an undrafted running back and they have an elite skill set, it's more likely because teams don't value running backs more than other positions. They value offensive linemen, QBs, wide receivers, CBs, defensive linemen more than they value the running back position. It's a good position, but they value that more than that. And it just shows you that you can get elite or talented running backs undrafted. And that's happened before. Philip Lindsay.
You take James Robinson too from the Jags.
Right.
He's very
James
good.
Robinson. Yeah. It's really the easiest position to draft. I agree with you, Big Rich. It's not really that hard to get the position. All you need to do is, there's a lot of elements to running the ball, but it is pretty easy to go down a hole and just run and follow guys behind you. I know it's pretty hard to do that for some smaller guys, but for Miles Sanders, he has to step it up with that.
Yeah. Like Kamara was a 3rd round pick. Like you can find talent at the running back position in the later rounds.
Right.
Like even though you have McCaffrey as a 1st round pick, these other guys, running is all about fundamentals. You just follow guys behind, in front of you.
Right.
And yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, as we're waiting for CJ to come back, now for Mike Davis, he's just an obese running back. Obese, Mike? What do you mean? All right, CJ, what up?
No, I'm back. I was just hiding backstage.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering. Hey, the Giants still suck. Whether I got to throw that in there. No, I'm playing.
Way to kick us while we're down, man.
Hey, y'all are the Giants. Y'all did that to everyone this offseason. Y'all deserve this.
Listen, it's all fair. It's all fair in football and war.
Yeah,
y'all spent so much money in free agency to be like, what, 3-win team?
I agree with you, Audie. I just don't understand that. And it's not even that. I just don't understand how you pay Kenny Golladay that much money and he only gets 1 to 2 targets a game. That just doesn't make sense.
Like, you can't make it up, man. You can't make it up now. Early on in the season, I really wasn't all that worried about it because he had been coming in and out of the lineup. He had been hurt throughout pretty much the entire offseason. And really, while obviously, yeah, I wanted him to be that dominant one-on-one receiver for Daniel, ultimately where I saw the value in Kenny Golladay early on this season was that even though he wasn't putting up the big numbers, he was allowing Shepard and Diaz to not only get single coverage, but allowing them to play their roles as the second and third option receivers. Meaning they will draw the number 2 or number 3 corner. And listen, you can have an elite secondary all you want. If Sterling Shepard is one-on-one, especially in a slot, against your second or third corner, he's going to feast.
Right.
And Darius Slayton, at least what we saw in his rookie year with Daniel, when he was the number 2 outside corner, but drawing the third corner, he's going to feast. So what Golladay is going to do for us, at least early on, is allow Shepard and Darius Slayton to get their production as the second or third option. But as the weeks is going to go on, him and Daniel are going to get that chemistry going. And we thought we were getting that after the Saints game, and it's just like, what the hell happened? Like, now he's only getting 1 or 2 targets a game? Okay, well, fine. If he's not going to be the main target in between the 20s, he's got to be at least productive in the red zone because he's a legit 6'5", 6'6" wide receiver. The man could jump out of the gym, and he's a vertical threat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's built like Megatron. He's not. I'm not saying that he is Megatron.
Our Plaxico, essentially. He was supposed to be Daniel Jones' Plaxico, and whether it's through play calling or injuries or lack of chemistry, he just hasn't gotten it going. It's to a point where I ask myself, who's the number 1 receiver for this team again?
Is it Tony or Golladay?
Is it Tony?
Is it Andrew Thomas? Is it
Andrew Thomas?
Hey, man.
I don't know who it is at this point. So, but yeah, it's been a bit of a disappointment. But again, it really comes down to the offense, essentially, right, to our offensive scheme. Mm-hmm. Kenny Golladay is not an intermediate receiver. He is a vertical threat. He needs at least 2 to 3 shots down the field. Okay. Mm-hmm. And that is what they say. That's the thing that's so puzzling to me. I know the offensive line isn't as cracked up as it is to be, but that doesn't mean you have to take away half your playbook. This offensive line isn't much better than what it was in Daniel's rookie year, and he still took shots down the field.
Right.
So what the hell happened?
It's like he got worse his third year from his first year.
Bringing Jason Garrett, we think he's going to in-tune more of what Daniel Jones is great at. He's like, no, just run my system.
Yeah, I mean, one thing that me and Big Play Slay talked about was that Jason Garrett's offense was so damn predictable, man. Like, it's not creative at all, whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and along with Daniel Jones's poor decision making, that's a recipe for disaster, man. Uh,
When
so
Daniel thinks too much, he makes big mistakes. When he's allowed to just go out there and play, he has all the talent in the world to be a franchise quarterback.
I 100% agree with that. When he's sitting in the pocket way too long, he's gonna do something. He's gonna do something bad. But if he's making quick throws, quick decisions, it often ends in something pretty good.
All I ask for Jason Garrett to do is to play aggressive. And again, it does not matter if you have the greatest circle on the planet. If you have a square peg, if you have a beautiful, nice square peg, stop trying to fit a round circle in it. Okay. The goal of a great, not just coach, but the goal of a great coordinator is to, okay, what's the talent I have? How do we build around it? Okay, we have Galladay, who's more of a vertical threat. You have Tony and Shep, who are your more prototypical chain movers. Tony is a bit more explosive than Sterling Shepard, but they're the same type of build. They're the same type, but they have very similar route, running ability, and defending. And the fact that both Tony and Shepard probably have the best hands on our team. So use Galladay as a vertical threat. Use Tony and Shepard almost in the same mold, and have Darius Slayton basically be our Vance Jefferson. It's not rocket science, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I get the offensive line is still not there yet. But again, the offensive line is no better than what it was in Daniel's rookie year. And he took shots down the field like it was nothing. And rarely made mistakes. Why?
Yeah.
What?
That's his first year too. That's his first year, not his second, third year where he's making mistakes constantly. I mean, his second year he
okay.
did. He looked bad, but not like this year.
To be honest, in his rookie year, he honestly had nothing to lose. But now the pressure has gotten up to him. People are saying, okay, this is his. We've got Daniel Jones' weapons. We got him Galladay. We got this rookie stud Kadarius Toney. We have Saquon, Sterling Shepard. So now the pressure's on him to see if he's a franchise QB or not. If he's not the franchise QB, he's probably out of there next year, or maybe I don't know, maybe in a couple of years.
I'll say this in conclusion about Daniel. I still think, barring a disaster, he's still going to be the guy. He's still going to be our starter next year.
I could see that. Yeah.
That I'm still fairly confident in. That he will be back. That he will be back next year. But you can best to believe the Giants are gonna want to go into this off season either drafting someone in the third or fourth round, or they bring on a veteran. Whether it be, I don't know, Case Keenum or a freaking.
Oh no, that's not the route to go, man.
Mason
Not Case Keenum.
Trade for Russ. That's what I'm hearing.
Russell Wilson would be the dream and a half. I think if this is going to be Russell Wilson's last year, I think it's more likely that Seattle trades him out of the conference.
Oh yeah,
the Patriots did with Garoppolo. They moved him all the way to San Francisco. If things don't work out in Seattle,
oh yeah, he's gone to the AFC. So, but I've said this before, Daniel Jones is not bad. Like, if we've seen him do good things, So when you have him sitting around the pocket for so long, it's like he's gonna do something bad. He's not productive like that in that way. So that's why when it comes to like Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts, Sirianni uses what works for Hurts, and he prioritizes the run game. So
Well, if Jones was in Nick
Yeah.
Sirianni's system, he'd be successful because
Who's
he'd
that?
know how to use Jones. He would know how to use. I mean,
So,
I don't
yeah.
know about successful, but he would know how to use him correctly. Not that way.
I was listening. One of my favorite sports analysts to listen to, even though he could be a bit of a goofball nowadays, is Colin Cowherd.
Yep.
And he basically said, I think it was during the show last week, where he said, look at all the elite teams. You look at all these Super Bowl caliber teams. What do they all have in common? Or most of them have in common that either A, have an offensive minded coach, or they have a defensive minded coach or a disciplinarian who has a brilliant offensive mind alongside him.
Right.
I mean, that was literally the 49ers.
Yeah.
That was literally the 49ers.
I
couple years ago. They had Robert Saleh, and obviously they had Shanahan along with him. They didn't have a franchise QB, but they had those two people.
What up, Mile? How are you doing, Mile?
I'm back. But yeah, you look at Sean McDermott for Buffalo. Who does he have as his offensive coordinator?
Daboll. I think
Brian Daboll.
Brian Daboll.
I don't even. I'm sorry. I'm not a fan of Daboll. I think he can be a good head coach, but he's not the right consistency.
No, I think he fits more as an offensive coordinator.
Right.
I agree with that. Mm-hmm.
There's not a consistency with them.
You look at Belichick. He has an elite offensive mind by his corner in Josh McDaniels. Last year, the Titans, Mike Vrabel. Well, he had the kid from Atlanta.
Arthur Smith.
Look on his name.
Arthur Smith.
So if you're not an offense, if you're not
offensive minded,
if you're not a Sean McVay, a Sean McVay, a Mike McCarthy, if you're not
Shanahan.
A Kyle Shanahan, if you're not one of these elite offensive minded coaches, then what you need is a brilliant defensive minded coach, a brilliant disciplinarian alongside a great offensive mind, and that's something that the Giants clearly have not had since Pat Shurmur left. Ironically,
that's
actually,
I
can make
with Pat Shurmur. Yeah,
I can make a comparison to.
Hopefully, Freddie Kitchens could be just that.
How old was Pat Shurmur, by the way? Was he like 50 something, in his 50s?
Something like that. I want to say so. This was only his second stint as a head coach. So yeah, I would probably say mid to early 50s. Mm-hmm. Maybe it would take a few years.
56 or something.
Fun fact: before Pat Shurmur became the offensive coordinator of the Broncos, he was actually my neighbor. So that was fun.
Wow. Are you really serious?
I'm dead ass. Yeah.
Flacco was a backup for a reason at this point.
He's just playing around. Big Rich, he plays around. Yeah. Daniel Jones is like 1,000 landslides better than Joe Flacco. It's not even funny.
And don't get wrong, Rich. I love Max as well, but see, Max's expertise is entirely boxing. And
that's what he's good at. That's what he knows.
And boxing, don't get me wrong, I love the sport, but it's just not my thing. As far as an analyst goes, it is entirely just football, basketball, and the occasional wrestling.
Yeah, mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm more football. I mean, I do basketball here and there, but yeah, I'm a big basketball fan too. But football is my like expertise. That's everyone's expertise.
But all right, BP, thanks for having me on. Andy, I don't know, not to plug my own, but if you are not subscribed to CJ Talk Sports,
yes, sir.
Please do so as me and Logan will be breaking down everything that happened this past week, as well as previewing everything for week 12 coming up. So hopefully
I got you, bro. Yeah, I'll sub you up.
Later.
Is that today, CJ?
It's tomorrow when I go off work.
All right, I'll drop his link right now for you, Audi in the chat. Yeah, you have a great day, CJ, and I will definitely tune into that live stream tomorrow. I got you, man.
Awesome. See you guys there.
Peace out, buddy.
Peace out.
But yeah, we've been on for about. Let me put the link in first. But yeah, this is CJ's channel.
It's been like an hour 25. We've been up on here. Well,
yeah. Hour 25. I'm gonna end this stream off right here. Hey, Eagles game, what up, man? You joined at a late time, but I was about to end the stream. But hey, Eagles game, let's go Birds! All about the Birds, baby.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Hey, let's go Birds! CJ is going live tomorrow. He knows what he's talking about. He is a big football guy for the Giants. What up, B-Hub? More people are joining now. Yeah. But I'm gonna end the stream off right here. We've been on for almost an hour 26, hour 30. Y'all have a good day. I'm out. If you haven't already subscribed to CJ in the chat, go subscribe to him. But yeah, Joe. I keep saying Joe Judge, but Jason Garrett has been fired from the New York Giants. Something that should have happened a very long time ago. He is a very long time ago for a reason. We need him to go to Washington now. That's the last team that needs him. Yeah, they're getting on a hot streak, and we don't want that to happen. But yeah, I'm gonna end it off right here. Thank y'all for watching, and I'm out. Peace.
Peace out.